This weekend is St. Patrick's Day celebration, and a lot of people will line up along this street and they'll stop into Sullivan's for a pint of Guinness, and most of them will wear things like this. If they say that everyone's Irish on St. Patrick's Day, how authentically Irish does this look to you? So we talked to some people who are Irish year-round, not just one day a year, some students at Mercyhurst College from Ireland, about their thoughts about the American celebration of St. Patrick's Day and the parade and how they celebrate it at home. Can you explain kind of what St. Patrick's Day is like actually in Ireland?
Yeah, you definitely go to Mass in the morning. We don't get up at 7 o'clock and go to the pub for green eggs and green beer. That doesn't happen.
It's not as crazy as like people go here, not like that.
Yeah.
This is just more like a local thing. Everyone gets together and has a good time.
When you're old, you just go and laugh at the people you know. And then one other thing that we do, I'm not sure about the rest of you, but my dad always gets shamrock because it's in the fields around that time, and like people like pin a bit to their shirt or whatever when you're going to Mass that morning. So that's just another thing that probably doesn't go on over here either.
What are your impressions of what goes on here for the day?
It's a little bit crazy sometimes. Yeah, people tend to get a bit. They kind of think it is just a big piss up and drink way too much. It's kind of not so much for us. It is a bit weird. I don't know. It hasn't been as fun as I thought it would be. It's kind of, I'd prefer to be home for St. Patrick's Day. I know it's weird because it's kind of like our 4th of July.
I'm going to show you a couple of images that are printed out, and I want you to tell me how accurate these are as a reflection of your culture. This is taken at a bar in Erie.
Oh my god.
Kind of like the Dubliners in a way, doesn't it? The guy in the background more so, actually.
He looks like he's the mafia right there.
Yeah.
There's also this. Shamrock glass is acceptable.
Maybe for 2-year-olds.
I have honestly never seen them until I came here.
I never saw him once in 2 seconds.
It's ridiculous after a few days.
And they actually get the 4-leaf clover and a shamrock mixed up as well.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks the 4-leaf clover and shamrock are the exact same thing, but a 4-leaf clover is just a lucky thing, and that's kind of like England, Ireland, Scotland as well. More so than shamrock is just Irish.
This is from the Erie St. Patrick's Day parade. Does anything like this appear in any of the St. Patrick's Day parades?
I think I went to one in Kilkenny City. I think they had dwarves dressed up as leprechauns running up and down with one of the floats.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
That's more for the small kids as well, though.
It's become more of a media thing.
Yeah.
Than like, I guess when we were younger, like we'd have those stories, but now I feel like people over here, it's when they're older, they still kind of, it's like they want to believe that they're there, but...
My roommates were asking me, were they real? And I let them on for a good 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Eventually they heard me saying no, and they're like, oh, they're not real. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
These guys are 2 feet and they live in the forest, and some of these people... Yeah.
One of the biggest pop culture phenomena that most people associate with Ireland in America is this guy.
Yeah. No. That was pretty big back home.
Yeah,
so
I don't mind them.
like River Dance and Lord of the Dance was really big. Like a lot
The
of
guy in the front there who was like, he started it, he's probably one of our biggest celebrities too, I'd say.
Thoughts on Lucky Charms? Do you guys get this a lot? Did you get the Lucky Charms?
Just so you know, like, we don't have those back home.
Yeah, I figured you would.
I think we had them when we were like 5. I remember even
actually
once,
think
or
so
in Spain
too.
or somewhere like
I
that.
don't
Yeah.
remember them.
But they got rid of them because, well, it's just a lot of sugar and.
Because it's a novelty over here and all that,
Yeah.
like the Lucky Charms and the leprechauns, but back home people be like, it just doesn't make any sense. It's more like an insult more than...
Yeah.
No, I did bring them back home for a friend because she really wanted them. Because she didn't believe they were real.
So even though the saying, the American saying is on St. Patrick's Day everyone is Irish, that's not true. As far as you guys view.
It makes you proud, like, to be Irish. The fact that everyone else wants to be Irish on that day, I guess it's a good feeling. Like everyone's like, and then when someone actually knows that you actually are from Ireland, then they're like, oh my god, like, I start freaking out. It's like, I'm Irish too, and I was like, I'm sure, yeah. I tried to compare it.